Joined now by another one of our newest nationals, welcoming Cole Watson to the organization. And I know I don't say that officially because by no means am I the official who welcomes you to the organization. But as the resident talking head of the group, they seem to think that I need to do these sort of things. So first and foremost, kind of take me through, as I like to ask every single new guy, what made you want to join the Nationals?
Well, I think growing up in London and always being at the Western Fair, having Wednesday night practices, you always see the Nationals playing, either when you're warming up or just walking through the rink, you see them. And I just think it's such a good, well-rounded organization, lots of success and lots of winning, and I like to win. So I think it's just a great spot. They've had a lot of success with players moving on to university or even to the OHL, so I think it's a good place to play.
Now, for you, and that's the great thing about hockey is everybody kind of goes their own avenue in their own way. Some guys just, you've been part of the junior knights organization sort of thing. Some guys just, start when they have the first opportunity to get up with, whether it be the junior sting or the junior knights and that kind of thing, and they keep on and trucking through. You get a few years with the junior knights and then you decide to take a bit of a different route sort of thing. So, and that's the fun thing I always like to do with these kind of features is it's something a little different sort of thing. So take us through your decision to obviously go a bit of a different route, and what route did you go, and kind of how did that experience kind of work for you sort of thing.
Yeah, so after my minor midget year, I kind of talked it over with my parents and had a few options, either stay here last year and play junior B or go to prep school in the States and kind of live away from home and play in a different league where I'm gonna just get a whole different view of hockey and not so much the OHL, but NCAA and schools down there. So I went to a Kent school. It's a prep school in Connecticut, about an hour and a half from New York City, which is pretty far from home. But it was definitely a great experience. I had so much fun there, and it's kind of unfortunate with all the coronavirus that I may not be able to go back. So yeah, but I definitely learned a lot, just managing my time with school and trying to live away from home was definitely tough. And then playing hockey, which was just I had so much fun. You're living with the boys in the dorm and eating with them. You're doing everything together. It's awesome.
So it just kind of takes that, that brotherhood of hockeyness and, and the enjoyment of the game kind of thing. Cause, we see, obviously anytime you're with any sort of hockey team, there's a brotherhood there. And, some teams are a little, maybe closer than others, but obviously just a kind of a new opportunity, new experience for you sort of thing.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of different things and had a lot of different experiences than I would have got here, which I think it just changed me for the better.
Now, take us through your game kind of thing, because in this day and age, and I've said it a couple times with some of the other guys. Everybody has their own spin on a position. We don't usually ever see, one kind of formation of a forward, a winger, anything like that anymore. What's your style of the game, or what do I know with sometimes with younger guys, it's wait for your opportunity to kind of play your style, but if they gave you the full reins kind of thing come the fall, what's the way you want to play the game?
I think I play right wing, but like you said, position. Um, I'm a big guy, not relatively thick, tall, but I can skate pretty well. I got a good shot, and I can see the ice pretty well and set people up. But I definitely like to shoot the puck a lot, and I think that's one of the strong points of my game is shooting the puck, getting pucks to the net, and then going crashing to the net hard.
Now, are you one of those you like the light pop the bottle kind of shooters, or are you one of those guys who likes to get those shifty kind of shifty snapshots kind of through traffic sort of thing?
Yeah, a little shifty snapshot.
See, that's usually my go-to question on anybody who says they like to shoot the puck, because there's no much like there's no prototypical position. Everybody's got their own version of the shot sort of thing. Now, obviously, you mentioned the fact that you get to the chance to move away from home and take a new experience, and then playing here at the Nationals, right back close to home sort of thing. What's the alluring factor there? Is it just playing hockey at the high level, or is it the factor that there might be a few more family and friends around to take in the game every Wednesday night?
Yeah, there's definitely part of that, and just it's the London Nationals. Like you always like see them around the rink, and I get to play with my buddies again, and it's like Alex and Max is one of the goalies, so it's gonna be good.
And that was going to be my next question. Perfect segue. It's very seldom in this little the small world that is hockey. Is it ever a scenario where you haven't had a chance to either play with somebody or doing some training and stuff like that? I know a lot of guys do a lot of work, whether it be TPH or something at the fair. Who are those guys that you're looking forward to maybe spending a little more time with now that you're going to be back a little more in the local sphere?
Yeah, definitely just seeing the boys around more now. Like I kind of last year I was only home like 2 or 3 times during the like hockey season, so I didn't really get to spend time with a lot of my London guys. But next year hopefully I can more.
And then I know everybody's summer plans are, a little different as, the availability of time, space, and so on and so forth is completely different from what we're all pretty much used to. But, what have you been doing to, keep yourself, busy and fitness and all that kind of stuff this summer?
Yeah, so TPH like train there with a bunch of the boys, and like during the quarantine we've like set up Zoom calls, and like we've been working out over Zoom. It's definitely different, and last this past Tuesday we kind of got back together for the first time. We did a little workout outside, which was it's just so much different like in person when you're with the boys shooting crap with each other and just pushing each other. It's so much fun.
Now, I've got to ask you on that same point. You played hockey pretty much, I'm sure, your entire life. Was that the longest you've ever gone without, being around a group of, fellow-minded individuals? That, was it almost weird when everybody got back together and you're like, oh yeah, this is what this was like?
Yeah, I kind of like forgot how to interact with them. You're like, what do I do? Do I shake your hand, give you a hug, look at you?
Lot of air high fives and maybe a few. We've all seen in the golf tournaments now. Apparently, I think everybody's supposed to just to basically take after how the golf tournaments go. There are a lot of air high fives and maybe a fist bump or two. So,
Yeah.
and just finally, man, on that same aspect, how much you just looking forward to getting back to things and throwing the skates on and getting back to hopefully some good competition sort of thing here in the near future. In a blue and white jersey.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Today was my first time on the ice back at the Western Fair with TPH, and I was like, I just want to go on again and just stay up there for as long as I can. Now I want to play a game. It's like the best feeling in the world.
Like a kid in a candy store, and you
Yeah.
didn't know how much you loved it until it was gone, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for a few minutes of your time, and this was fun. We look forward to seeing you in the fall.
Thank you.